Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing good. Another of my walk and talks. Hope you appreciate them, seeing all the houses close to where I work when I have my break. But yeah, some thoughts, guys, regarding what's going on with the market. As of late, it's been looking up, right? And there's a lot of experts out there who claim that things might actually be going around, turning around, that we could see somewhat of a bullish run now in the next couple of months. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee, because obviously why things are looking better now, we know, it's because the Fed, Powell, came out last week, mentioning that it's going to be a 25 basis points rate hike, right? 7 of them this year. But he also came out on Monday stating, again, as he's actually said before, that they might actually put them up to 50 basis points, depending on what will happen with the inflation and depending on what's going on with the war. So obviously, some of you are thinking then, what should you do? Because the prices on our stocks, let's be honest, they look way more attractive than they've done so far, right? I mean, if you look at the last 6 months, much more attractive when it comes to Beyond Meat, OTLY, Tattoo Chef, the very good food company, Baby F. So the question there is, how should you play it? Should you start investing now? Should you wait if things gets worse again? Well, that's obviously, it's gonna be up to you, right? Not financial advice here. But as some experts claim, you might be a good idea to actually start investing now. Might not want to, sell your house or anything, but maybe start investing a little slowly now. And if it is that the war in Ukraine actually gets worse, and if it is that the Fed comes out with even more hawkish reports again, inflation, not getting better, then maybe it's still a good idea to start investing now slowly. And if it actually drops more, dollar cost average. But it's important to remember, just because stocks dip, normally if it's a good company, you want to invest more, buy the dip, depending on the situation. But it's important to remember that it depends on the situation with that particular company, right? Do you feel that the fundamentals are still strong? Like the fundamentals of the financials of the company, is the future looking bright for that company? Do you see them having a profit soon? And what about the fundamentals with the management? How's that going? Do you feel it's a management that you still trust? Those are the kind of things you need to think about, right? Before investing, or before investing more. So even though you guys know I'm super bullish on the plant-based sector, it's gonna take off sooner or later. It's gonna be one of the biggest investment opportunities in our lifetime for sure. And these prices will look cheap with most of these companies. But that doesn't mean that all of these plant-based companies that are getting out there are going to survive. So you need to ask yourself, what is your risk tolerance like, right? What can you handle? What kind of money are you able to spend depending on the situation? If it is a company you truly believe in, you feel comfortable with, and you do see them making a profit in a couple of years from now, or even sooner than that, and you do feel that it's a management that you trust and it's a product that you understand, you do see that they have a moat in one way or another as a company, well, that might be the better opportunity, right? And if it's a riskier opportunity that you can see they could go anyway, it could go bankrupt, or that it could actually fly up like crazy, and you see that as something you want to try out, then maybe invest a smaller sum. Again, not financial advice, but you got to ask yourself, is this an environment you actually want to take too many risks in? Yeah, and that's something I also talked about in my Discord channel. Guys, join my free Discord channel where I give you 5 morning briefings every week, where we talk about the overall market and our plant stocks, right? And something I talked about today was that in this market, even though it's looking more attractive again, there's so many instabilities out there when it comes to macroeconomics that things could turn around quickly again and drop. So again, maybe not the kind of market you want to go all in, and maybe the kind of market you don't want to carry any margins or have any debt, because if you start investing now, shouldn't probably be with debt or margin. And I would say that is something you should always be careful with when it comes to using margin, because if you get a margin call, you might not know what hit you, right? Everyone can feel positive when everything is going up and it's going good, thinking like, yeah, the stock is just going to keep going up. But if it does stop dropping, and depending on what you actually took the margin on, what kind of stocks, margin call is not going to be something that you're going to want to have, right, in one way or another. And my understanding, my experience is that if you are to use margin call, you should probably be quite experienced as an investor. And even then, there's no guarantees, right? So all in all, be careful with debt in these times. Be careful with margin. And if you have the possibility, not everyone has, maybe it's a good time to start paying off margin or different debts, credit cards and so on, because we still don't know what to expect in the coming months or in the coming year or 2 years, because they do actually seem quite unpredictable at the moment. So that's just my way of looking at it. But again, if you are interested in buying stocks, and in our PlantStocks, right, which I focus on, as you know, and you might wonder, well, does the price look attractive now? Should I buy it now? Well, then ask yourself, like I talked about before, you remember the Joseph Carlson show that I've talked about, that if stocks looked interesting, if the same stocks that you're interested in now and they look attractive 6 months ago, you start buying in then, and you're looking at them now and you don't feel that it's as attractive, then you got to ask yourself if you're doing this thing correctly, right? Because when it comes to the stocks that I talk about normally, Beyond Meat, Tattoo Chef, OTLY, and even the very good food company, if you look at the price is right now, right? It is way more attractive. Doesn't mean it can't drop more, but it's something to, think about. But again, understand the fundamentals, understand the company, and understand the management. All right, guys, that was it for today. I hope you got some value from today's video. And if you did, smash that like button. And if you want to keep getting more videos like this regarding our PlantStocks, subscribe. Don't forget that bell button. And feel free to join our free Discord channel. We're reaching 550 people now, where we talk about these on a daily basis. All right, guys, as always, not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Invest safe. Hope to see you tomorrow, and peace out.